5 things that you need to know about your body as a godly, wise teenager who has chosen to live a life of sexual purity, who has chosen to learn empowering ways to make choices, that will not only help you now, but that will help you in future and on the journey of life as a whole, right? So I would like to share with you 5 things that you need to know about your body. It is very, very important that you know how your body works. Remember, I've told you in my previous video that we are sexual beings. It is not our making. It is how God created us. And God has intention. He had intention, for creating us that way. He had plans. He had purpose for creating us that way. And it is very, very important for you to know how your body works so that it will help you to make informed decisions about your body and in relation to other people around you, right? So there are 5 things I'd like to share with you in this video. Number 1 is puberty. I know that puberty is not a new concept to you. You'll have learned about it in your biology, or science. I am just here to, to refresh your memory about it. Puberty is the state that you are in right now. As a teenager, your body is transitioning from that of a child to an adult. These characteristics are sponsored by hormones, produced by the brain. Estrogen for girls and testosterone for boys. They are responsible for the production of secondary sexual characteristics, which are, in boys, deep voice, broad chest, pubic hairs, nocturnal emission, highs, acne on the face, and all of that. And for girls, we have the menstruation, we have the wider hips, we have big hairs, we have acne, and all of that changes that you have in your body. And before you begin to see this physical manifestation, a lot of activities, will have taken place inside of your body, responsible for mood swing, feelings, emotions here and there, and all of that. So these are the things, basically that characterize this particular period of your life. Number 2 is the concept of puberty brain. Your brain as a teenager. Remember, I said that you are no longer a child, you are not yet an adult. Science says that the human brain is not fully developed until age 20 to 25, meaning that as a teenager, your brain is not fully developed. It doesn't matter how tall or how chubby or whatever it is or how short you are, your brain, as every part of your body, because you still grow taller, you still grow chubbier and all of that. So your brain is not fully developed. And one of the very interesting things about your brain is the fact that the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for executive functioning, decision making, emotional intelligence, time management, thinking of consequences, that regulates impulsive behavior, develops slower than the emotional part, where you take decision based on feelings, where you take decision based on emotions. That part develop faster than the one that help you in making informed decisions, that help you to think about consequences before taking decision. So that is one of the reasons you see teenagers make impulsive, irrational decisions. Please note, this is not a license to misbehave. And I say, after all, my brain is not fully developed. I remember when I was having this conversation with a teenager, and it was like, hey, no, so don't blame me, blame my brain. My brain is not fully developed. So when I do things, I can't do beyond my brain. No, that is not a license for misbehavior. We have the solution to that already. God have all these implants together. That is why you are born into a family. That is why you have guidance. That is why you didn't just fall from heaven. You have parents to train you, to raise you, to nurture you in the right way you should go. This tells you that you must make it a point of duty to listen to instructions. As much as that part of your brain is not fully developed, you can make choices, you can reason, you can listen to instruction. When you are guided on something, you have the capacity to follow, instructions. Your brain have the capacity to understand, to comprehend things that you are taught, right? So as much as you are impulsive, you can take a break. You can say, I've heard. Your brain have the capacity to say that, no, I have heard this thing before. This is how it's going to end if I engage in it, right? And you have the capacity to have control to make informed decisions. So you want to make it a point of duty, especially when you're making decisions that have the capacity to either make or mar you. You want to listen to instruction. When you want to make career choice, it is not something you make out of emotions. Because my friend is in arts, I want to be in arts. My friend is in science, I want to be in science. No. That is why you have the guidance and counseling session in your school. You have counselors, you have parents, you have teachers who would guide you, so that there will be no regrets in future. Oh, had I known, I would have studied science. By now, I should have been an engineer or something. No. So you want to be careful. You want to listen to counsel from people who have gone ahead of you to know what works. You must be ready to subscribe to what works, not just what you think, because at that point, you're limited in your thinking. You're limited in knowledge. I know you're Gen Z, you think you know everything, but you need to make it a point of duty, like I said, to listen to instruction, because you might be misled by your emotions, because emotions are volatile. You can't make decisions based on emotions. If you are happy at this moment, you can do anything. You can jump, you can gift anyone anything. But if you are sad in the next moment, you can retrieve that thing you are giving us. You will be sad, you'll be moody, you don't want to talk to anybody. Emotions are too volatile for you to rely on them to make decisions. So it is very, very important that you listen to instructions from your parents, and you have capacity to actually listen and make informed decisions, right? So you need to understand that about your brain. The third one is crush. I know majority of teenagers will understand what crush means. It is also called puppy love. You're crushing on someone. Someone is crushing on you. That one is crushing on her or crushing on him. It is not a big deal. It is not wrong to crush on anyone. It is not wrong to like a boy as a girl, or as a boy to like a girl. There is nothing wrong with it. That is how we are wired. Remember, I told you that your brain is still developing. It's not fully matured. So your brain is making adult brain. That is why you say that. You just say that you are crushing on someone or you love someone. That is how God created us, because that is the foundation of marriage. What is telling you that you are growing normally, and when the time is right, you're going to get married. So your brain, your body is preparing you for that period of time. That is why your brain is playing a fast one on you. You're crushing on this one, you're loving this one, you're liking this one, and all that. And let me tell you that these feelings are short term. If you do not act on them, if you do not brood on them, they are short term. Before you know it, it will go. Another person, you crush another person, you like another person, depending on the health of your mind, depending on the things that you expose your mind to. Remember, I told you the other day that you should protect your mind, right? If you are the one that you are giving yourself overly to romance novels, you are someone who has given to overly, inappropriate discussion from friends, people who are dating, having boyfriend and girlfriends, then you begin to brood on that girl you are crushing on. It could lead to something that you don't plan, that you have not planned for. So that is why I said it depends on the health of your mind. If you have a healthy mind, if you have not exposed yourself overly to inappropriate content, the feeling is short term and it's going to come and it's going to go. You're going to crush on another person, you're going to crush another person. How many people would you act on the feelings that you're having for them? How many people, right? So it's going to come and go. Another thing is that you should not go ahead to tell the girl as a boy. Don't go and tell the girl that I like you, I'm crushing on you. As a girl, don't go and tell the boy. And I used to tell teenagers that if you don't even trust your friend, don't tell them. Because I have seen a situation where a boy was crushing on a girl, he told his friends, the other friends went to tell the girl, before you know it, they shall pressure them together and they started dating, and before you know it, things blew out of proportion and they were blaming their friends. Actually, my friend, I didn't want to do it, my friend. So that is why I said that you must make the right decision. As much as you can listen to your friends, it means that you can listen to your parents as well. It means that you can take lesson from this video and apply it to your life as well. Do you understand? So that is it. So crush will crush, likeness will come, they will go. Crush will come, they will go. Ensure that you have a healthy mind, by the things you expose yourself to. Number 4 is sexual arousal. I'd like to talk to you about sexual arousal. Sexual arousal is like, take for instance, someone is peeling lime or lemon beside you. You haven't touched it, not to talk of putting it in your mouth, but you start feeling the tingling in your mouth as if you're already licking the lemon. That is how sexual arousal is. It's something like a reflex action. It's not something you plan. It's not something that you just sit down and say, okay, I want to have sexual arousal. No, it is not just something voluntary. It's a response to a stimuli, right? It's a response to an action. Take for instance, when you are watching inappropriate movies with sexual content, pornography, discussions you are having with your friend about boyfriend and girlfriend about sexual activity, it can lead to sexual arousal. Or when someone is touching you, unnecessary touch could lead to sexual arousal. What are unnecessary touches? Touching you, patting your back, patting you on your cheek, touching your lips, your nose, your eyes, rubbing your head, placing your hair, losing it, touching your thighs, touching your breast, your chest. All those places could be sensitive places in your body. They are part of the sensitive places in your body. And when you allow these touches, it could lead to sexual arousal. And if it happens, all what you need is an enabling environment, and you will do what you're not supposed to do, right? So do not allow unnecessary touch, even with both gender and opposite gender, because we live in a very interesting world today. When you're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, it is not limited to the opposite sex, right? There's homosexuality and gay and lesbianism and all of that, right? So you want to have boundaries. To avoid unnecessary touch is for you to have boundaries when it comes to your body. No touch on any part of your body without any reason. Take for instance, you are walking and you trip on something. Someone beside you could guide you from falling. That touch is necessary. Or you're not feeling well, you need to visit the doctor needs to examine you, then touch you, whatever parts of your body that you're having issues. That is necessary touch. Even at that, your parents or your guardian must be present before you take off your clothes, before any doctor will examine you, because you're still a child. Your parents must be present, for that to happen. But those are necessary touches, because they need to touch you, they need to examine your body. But when it comes to just touching, playful, serious, anyhow, you want to avoid it, because you understand that it is concept like sexual arousal. Because when it happens, you might not really have control over how you will feel, especially if it is you and that person in an enclosed environment, in a place away from other people. It is very, very dangerous, to have those touches. And the fifth thing I would like to talk about is the hormones that are produced in the body, especially during those touches, hugging, cuddling, touching you on those parts of the body that I've mentioned before. There are two hormones that are produced. One is oxytocin. It is called the bond hormone or the love hormone, and these are produced majorly during all those activities that causes sexual arousal, and the other one is dopamine. Dopamine is a pleasure hormone. When during those cuddling, during those touching, inappropriate touching, unnecessary touching, these touches could be soothing. They're not painful. They're soothing. They're pleasurable, right? When you allow somebody to be touching you on your thighs, on your breast, your chest, rubbing your head, they are pleasurable, they are soothing. And when these activities are going on, the dopamine hormone, which is the pleasure hormone, will be produced in large quantities. So you feel good about the touches. You actually feel good that you want it to linger a bit. You want it to, continue a bit. You crave for it, because when the brain, these hormones are produced by part of the brain, right? So when the brain recognizes these things, it's crave for it more and more and more. And other fun activities that you love to do, could produce large production of dopamine as well. So that is why you need to engage in activities you love to do. That is how to divert sexual energy. Divert it to activities that gives you joy, that you say, that you find happiness in doing. It will help you, to divert that energy. So what am I saying? That this touches is going to give you some kind of pleasurable feeling that you want to, like, okay, let me just come here, just touching. After this touching, then nothing is going to happen. Just only touch, just only kiss, just only hug, just cuddling, just this thing. After this, nothing is going to happen. No. The more you do it, the more dopamine is produced, the more you could lose control. So the best bet for you is to avoid it. Avoid all these touches. Avoid all these activities, either from same or from opposite gender. Do not allow anyone to toy with your body. Your body is your private property. It's a temple of God. So do not allow anyone to play with your body. Engaging in fun activities, engaging in things that you are passionate about, engaging in activities that you love to do would as well give you enough level of dopamine that will make you feel good, feel happy about yourself. Share this video with other teenagers, your friends, so that all of you will be on the same page. So that I come your way again tomorrow. Bye bye.